Today, I want to talk about the function of government as to how it affects the people inside the government itself. Imagine a world without roads. Imagine a world without schools, public schools. Imagine a world without sidewalks, without bridges. Imagine a world without airports, without libraries. That's the kind of world you'd have if you had a world with no socialism. Schools are a socialist program. Roads are a socialist program. Libraries are a socialist program. Airports are a socialist program. And we could go on and on and on. Of course, Social Security is a social program. Medicare and Medicaid is a socialist program. And all these things benefit the people, everyone. The whole premise of socialism is to do things that benefit all, and not just a small section of society. And socialism is given such a bad rap in America because the rich, top 1%, especially the top 10, but more off the top 1%, they hate socialism because they look down on the average everyday person. They're just lowlife. They're subhuman. That's why they look on everyone who is not in their tier socially. They want to believe so much that they are so above the people that they could do whatever they want to those people. It's called elitism. Elitists are only people that are looking for an excuse to use and abuse other people. The lower class, the working class, the poor, they want to abuse them to increase their power and riches. And socialism takes that power away from them. Socialism makes it so that they have to do things for other people which they do not want to do. So they have created so much propaganda and smear tactics over socialism to make people think it's the boogeyman. And it's been shoved down our throats for well over 50 years now. But it's all basically lies and bullshit. Socialism would force them to pay more taxes, more equitably. It's like they've always said, you can either have super rich people or you can have a democracy, but you can't have both. We've got super rich. We have no democracy. It's fake. It's not real. Now, socialism done in a balanced way would help bring society closer together. Now, there's nothing wrong with people who are more highly educated making more money than everybody else. There's nothing wrong with that. But where they cross the line is when they try to use this money to undermine their fellow citizens, to push them down the ladder, so to say, to try to force them into poverty. And that's basically what's been going on in the United States for the last 50 years. The rich have been undermining we the people all the way. When they ship jobs overseas, that's a direct attack on we the people. When they keep cutting social programs, that's a direct attack on we the people. When they keep buying off politicians, that's a direct attack on we the people. Socialism would stop all that. Good, balanced socialism. With socialism, you can have too little, and no government could survive with no social programs at all. None. It just can't happen. But you can go too far the other way too, where the government owns everything and everybody's working for the government and everybody's renting from the government. And that's just way too far left. That's not balanced. We need a balanced social program in America. We need so much to bring things back to what it was back in the 50s and 60s. And the rich are going to keep trying to tell you, oh, that was a terrible time and that was so bad and this was so bad and that was so bad. No, it wasn't. It was bad for them because they had to pay their fair share of taxes, and that's what they do not want to do. These people are so addicted to their money and their power that it's just like a drug addict. There's no such thing as enough. It's always got to be more, 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 more. They're out of control. And the way they buy off politicians, it's like the Koch brothers now. The Koch Industries makes more money off of bribery and extortion than they do off of their businesses. By the way, they bribe politicians and extort not money, but votes. They extort votes to get their programs put in place so that they can keep undermining we the people. Because they gotta have more, more, more. We need people to understand what real socialism is all about. How it can be used properly. The reason that this country is falling apart right now is because they've been attacking the socialist programs, the socialism, and we're crumbling. We're becoming a society without socialism. Little by little, they're chipping away at it, and we're watching our country fall apart because of it. And because of their addiction, they can't stop. They're going to keep fighting to just erode all social programs. They would love to get rid of Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and just let everybody wallow on the streets in poverty. One thing you got to remember, when Rome was at the zenith of its power, when they had the super rich, and the United States now is well beyond what Rome was at the zenith of its power. The riches that these men have now are the most riches accumulated by individuals ever in the history of the world. We're beyond that. But Rome, when it was in the zenith of its power, 90% of its citizens lived in poverty. 90%. And even worse than that, 50% of all their citizens were homeless. 50%. That's the direction we're heading in. That's where we're heading. Because they're destroying all the social programs. Also, when you really think about it, when we're talking about Rome, we say 90% were in poverty, 50% were homeless. That doesn't even include all the slaves. They were not citizens. So, I mean, it's even way worse than those numbers appear. We got to change the way things are going. We got to stop all the lies and the bullshit about socialism. And you got to remember, another thing you got to remember is socialism is not a right or a left thing. Remember, socialism during World War II, Stalin was definitely extreme socialist, but so was Hitler. Nazis was the National Socialist Party. So socialism is not a right or a left thing. And that's an illusion that the capitalists try to push on socialism. It's communism. No, it's not. That is a bold-faced lie. All governments have socialism, or they would never be able to survive, because you gotta have some social programs for the country to be able to have some semblance of a healthy economy. It has to be. It's just how much socialism do you have? Until we can get this straightened out, we're all in big trouble.